Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Chris and this is Goose right here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a clutch master cylinder on my M5 wagon here, and we're going to be doing the bleed procedure the easy way. That's right, the easy way. A couple of you are going to give me flack for this, I know, down in the comments below, but I promise you, every time I've done this, it's worked. I've gotten all the air bubbles out, and it saved me a lot of time in the process. And a lot of times when it's just one person, you can't do the standard bleed procedure. So I'm going to show you guys today how we do that, and also some other tips while I replace the clutch master cylinder. If you enjoy videos like this one, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more coming for you. And without further ado, let's get straight to work. So here's the clutch master cylinder that we're going to be replacing. Pretty standard. I think it's the same one between like a lot of different pedal boxes for like 3 and 5 series and all those. And inside the engine bay here of my beautiful M5 motor, wow, we have a little clamp on the hose that goes to our clutch master cylinder, which is inside the car, and so that is going to prevent it from leaking a ton of fluid in the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to first remove the hose that goes to feed the master cylinder here, and we're going to catch any of the fluid that comes out. Then we're going to remove the bolts that hold the master cylinder on. We're going to remove the clip that holds it to the clutch pedal itself. And then we're going to remove this clip here, and that is going to disconnect it from the hard line that goes to the slave cylinder. So now let's go ahead and get inside the car. So here is the clutch cylinder, and a classic case of it failing, as you can see, is the clutch fluid leaking, or the brake fluid, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and replace this now. You can see there are 2 bolts that hold this in. 1 and 2, and then those bolts are going to come out the other side. That will loosen our clutch master cylinder here, and then we'll have to remove the hard line here at the bottom, the feed line, which is a little hard to see, it's on the other side, and then the clutch pedal clip, which is again hard to see up there. I'll show you it once we get it down. And it's a pretty easy procedure, it's standard. So we're going to do that now, and then we'll move on to bleeding. That is the clutch pedal clip. Not too hard to get off. You have to pry it so that this clip right here comes up, and then there you go, something like that, and you'll be able to slide it forward, and the pin will come out this way. Here's the clutch pin that you also have to remove in order to get the master cylinder free. Okay, all right, so looks like we got her out. So this is the one that came out of the M5 parts car that I had, and I guess maybe it was just sitting for too long or something, because I was able to drive this car before I swapped the drivetrain into this wagon. But no matter, we need to go ahead and take off this little elbow, it looks like. So let's go ahead and do that, like that. There you go. So it is the same part, but clearly the seal has failed, and it's letting fluid out the top here, and then it's dripping down the bottom here, so causing a mess. And you know, we did end up getting a little bit of brake fluid on the carpet here, but you know, you can't avoid that. We'll clean that up later. For now, let's transfer over our parts and then install our new master cylinder. So here's a really good view of things. We've got our new clutch master cylinder installed. All the fittings are good on it. We even have the clip on that goes to the clutch pedal right there. So we're gonna go over to the brake fluid reservoir, and we can disconnect the clamp that was keeping fluid from just flooding our interior carpets. And now we're going to top off our brake fluid reservoir so we have plenty of fluid to start bleeding our clutch. So that is just about 100% topped off. And now the hard work begins. We are going to, by hand, take our pedal and just pump this pedal a million times. So at least right now it's nice because it has some air in the line, some pressure. It's a closed system, and it's giving us some feedback, so we can kind of just do this. So You can go fast at it. You just are gonna slowly work the air bubbles out of the system. They're gonna work their way to the top, and then the fluid is gonna be all the way in the bottom of the system. You can already see that the clutch pedal has come up to the same level as the brake, but of course I'm still able to press this by hand, so there's really no pressure behind it. We're just gonna keep on pumping it, and eventually we'll have to use our foot to pump this because it's gonna start building some pressure. Now, at some point, like for me, it's right about now, you're gonna start thinking to yourself, am I getting tired, or is this pedal getting harder to push? So at that point, you're probably gonna wanna step into the car and transfer to foot action and start pumping this by foot.
Six months later.
All right, just a couple more pumps. And what I like to do near the end here is I like to grab the pedal and bring it all the way to the front of its motion to the top, and then press it down. So it's got plenty of time to grab air and fully bleed this master cylinder. Now, if you had the spring under there, you'd probably have less of a sensitive feel to where the clutch point is. But on here, I can definitely feel that it's like right at the top here. So I'm not gonna be able to press this down by hand anymore, of course, because this is a stage 3 clutch. But I'm really happy. I'm gonna do a couple of final pumps here, you know, a couple of ones for the road, as they say, just to make sure that there's any and all air bubbles out of the system. And then we'll take it for a test drive later and see that it drives good. That's right, folks, she drives beautifully. So that is a wrap for today's video. I hope that you learned something. This is a really good shortcut to bleeding a clutch system on a BMW when you're alone and you don't have like a power bleeder or something like that. It does just require a little bit of patience and you will get a good leg workout. If you enjoyed this video, like or comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and we will see you in the next video.